The much anticipated 2019 ICC Cricket World Cup gets underway in the next couple of days. This global cricket showpiece attracts billions of viewers across the world. But where did it all begin? Which teams have dominated the World Cup, and how will this year be different? The Men's World Cup was actually modelled after the Women's World Cup tournament that was held for the very first time in 1973, 2 years before the first men's tournament in 1975. Up until 1992, the one-day international uniforms were white, like the Test kits. The 92 World Cup then adopted the famous Kerry Packers World Series cricket style of a uniform, which was splashed with colour as we know it now, and the white ball for the shorter format instead of the traditional red ball, which is still used for Test matches. 1992 was also the first time South Africa played in a World Cup, and they will be remembered for a few things. 1. The first ball wicket of Australia's Jeff March by Alan Donald, so cruelly denied by New Zealand umpire Brian Aldridge. 2. Jonty Rhodes' incredible diving run-out of Pakistan's Imzamam ul Haq. It was that dive that launched a South African fielding legend. And 3. South Africa's miserable exit from their first World Cup after rain interrupted play against England, leaving South Africa to score 22 runs off one ball. An impossible task. This year, the Cricket World Cup sees the tournament return to its 1992 format where all teams will play each other once, with the top 4 going into a knockout semi-final stage. There will also only be 10 teams competing in the tournament, a decrease from the previous 2 tournaments in 2011 and 2015, which featured 14 teams. The current ICC World Cup trophy was only introduced for the 1992 championships. Before this, there were different trophies made for each World Cup. Now, the winning team receives a replica of the trophy with only the inscriptions that differ. The trophy weighs all of 11 kgs, stands 60 centimeters tall, and it only has space for 20 inscriptions. We are currently in the 12th edition this year, so there's still room for more. Now, despite their scandalous history, Australia are the most successful team in World Cup history with 5 titles. West Indies won the first 2 tournaments in 1975 and 1979, and then famously lost to India in the 1983 World Cup final. The very first World Cup tournament made $200,000 overall and was seen as a massive success. Now that's 2.89 million rand for us South Africans. To put it into perspective with today's tournament, this year's winner alone will receive $4 million of a total of $10 million in prize money. So, who are the favourites? Hosts England are the number 1 ranked ODI team in the world at the moment and will be favourites going into the tournament, but they will most definitely be challenged by India, Australia and of course South Africa, who play England in the opening match on May 30th.